Now, the biggest twist of the day was Ben Shapiro coming out with heat. I didn't watch this yet, but everyone told me I needed to see this clip. Apparently, Ben Shapiro dropped a conspiracy theory that maybe Candace Owens was the one that killed Charlie Kirk, ? And apparently, this goes so fucking hard, everyone is talking about it.
Folks, today is a highly important show. Today, we are going to uncover the real murderer of Charlie Kirk. It's time. We've been working for months on a deep and detailed investigation. It's not who you think. Today, we are going to discuss who was really behind Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Oh, boy.
Candace Owens. This is the Ben Shapiro Show.
Oh, shit. Using Candace's intro. Oh, my God. He's actually making a parody. No way. But don't think that we're allies here. You still have to subscribe to me so you can surpass Ben Shapiro and become top Jew.
So we didn't want to talk about this. We didn't. But we've been digging. We have been investigating. We've been tugging on every thread. We've been tracing every single line of investigation to get to the bottom of what really happened. What really happened. What super really happened with Charlie Kirk's assassination on September 10th, 2025. The story actually begins before that. In the spring of 2025, when Candace Owens, the podcaster, her brand, was having some trouble. She was sued by the First Lady of France. She was hemorrhaging mainstream sponsors. She was losing her staff. She was feuding with pretty much everybody. And then something changed.
Oh, shit.
Charlie Kirk was murdered. You remember September 10th, 2025?
I remember.
Her Charlie Kirk coverage rebuilt her audience and drove record merch sales. That's what she said. Not me, it's what she said. And turned her into the main character in the biggest story in America. I mean, here she was in May of this year.
We are on track for this to be the biggest day in our merch sale history on the website. We love you guys for actually.
She was selling merch covering this? It seems like she had something to gain by Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Buying merch just to spite the people that were calling for a merch boycott.
Candace Owens.
And you got to follow how the money is structured. You got to follow it. You got to follow just follow it, okay? The revenue from this coverage.
This is the greatest crash I've ever seen.
Flow to
I'm no like Ben Shapiro stan or anything, but like, bro's cooking. Hold up.
Human, it flows through a lattice of corporate entities like Candace Owens LLC and George Tom Incorporated. The kind of architecture you build when you want distance between yourself and the
architecture. Oh my God. Dude, you know, I have to say, Nux was the first guy to make a big video shitting on Candace Owens. I got so much hate for it, and here I am, a year later, completely correct about everything. It doesn't stop. I'm so proud. I've been vindicated. It took time, but babe.
And the product by Candace Owens' own on-air admission had its single biggest sales day in company history because of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Charlie Kirk dies, and Candace gets richer, a lot richer.
True, objectively true.
Direction. That is the big question.
Oh,
I mean, Candace has a lot of foreign connections, like a lot. See, here's the thing.
That's true.
Charlie Kirk, at the end of his life, was going after radical Islam. That was his biggest cause just before he was murdered.
That is correct.
You'll remember Charlie saying this.
Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. Islam is at odds with all the freedoms that we enjoy.
I'm just saying. I think Ben Shapiro might be a Nuxanor fan. He might be supporting me on Patreon for all you know.
They do not believe in any separation between.
He's literally repeating my talking points over here.
Mosque and state. They do not believe in freedom of speech or freedom of expression.
They
do not believe in the freedom to criticize the government. The practices that we enjoy so great here in the United States of America. And here's the one thing that's the kicker. You have this axis, again, the red-green axis, this Marxism-Mohammedanism axis. What do they have in common? Even though a lot of the Marxists are lesbians or gays or transgenders, they get along with the Muslims. They get along because they hate us.
That's right. He's right.
This is Charlie Kirk's cause.
I miss him. I miss him so much.
Right, but Candace had lots of new relationships with people in the Islamic world. Maybe directing traffic, or we don't know. We're just asking questions. We're just asking questions. But we're not stupid.
We're not stupid. We don't know, but we know, you know?
Something changed. She suddenly started talking about the magic of Islam. Here she was in March.
These terror groups, these Muslim terrorists, for whatever reason, these Muslim terrorists only want to terrorize to benefit Israel. It's so strange. I cannot work it out. If you're a Muslim terrorist, we want to hear from you. Why are you doing that? Right? Why are you stealing and robbing and doing things down in Congo to the benefit of Israel? We want to hear from you. That's very strange. More tips. Candace Owens.
They killed millions of Christians in the Congo. What are we talking about?
Hey, hello, I'm a Muslim terrorist and I work for Israel. Why do you do that?
Weird, isn't it? Right? I mean, like, right?
I love the facial expression.
I mean, Charlie
I
starts
can't
warning
believe
about
it.
radical Islam, and suddenly Candace discovers that maybe we've just been misunderstanding Islam this whole time. She literally apologized to Muslims on behalf of America because she says Americans were brainwashed after 9/11 by propaganda. And she didn't even know what a Muslim was. That's what she said. That's what she said. We're not stupid. We're not.
Oh my God.
She invited
bro.
Muslim
This is
terrorists
the
to reach out to her
pettiest
because
video
the jihadis
I've
are the
ever
victims.
seen.
And if a Muslim terrorist says he's doing it for Allah, well, that's because somebody else wrote the script. Probably the Zionists. The Zionists.
True.
Hamas says Hamas did it, doesn't count. And ISIS claims responsibility, suspicious. And Iran chants death to America. That's what they want you to think. That's what Candace says. And it's not just about Islam and her newfound magical relationship with Islam. See, Candace developed a really close relationship with Russia, like super duper close, like go to St. Petersburg and hang out with members of the Putin apparatus. Close. Here she was, having a good old time in Russia. She also, by the way, speaking of foreign relationships, developed some weird relationships with alleged sex traffickers in Romania.
Ooh.
I mean,
wait, hold up.
right there.
Ooh.
You can see it. With the alleged sex trafficker in Romania. You know who hated sex trafficking? Charlie Kirk. Hated sex trafficking. Coincidence?
Preach.
Is any of this a coincidence?
That's right.
We're not stupid.
We're not stupid.
So this
We're
is
seeing
weird,
through the
really
Matrix.
weird. She's in Romania hanging with sex traffickers. Charlie's condemning sex traffickers. And then Charlie dies. The single most important person fighting radical Islam just gets killed. Convenient. Like very, very convenient. A person who knew Candace really well, who texted with her regularly, who would have known what she was up to, maybe suspected what was happening. And then he just so happens to be murdered. And she starts making money. It's just, that's all I'm saying. Some interesting motivation. That's all we're saying. Interesting. But what about like means?
Look, man,
murder
trying.
requires
He's trying.
motive
I
and means
respect
and
it.
opportunity, right? So what about means? See, here's the thing. Candace knew everything. She was Charlie's best friend. Like his best friend. They were so close. Like closer than any humans who have ever lived. She was his best
That's true.
friend.
They were close.
Here she was, the day after Charlie was killed.
But I don't want today to be about anything other than you guys knowing that Charlie really was an amazing person. He was like, we were really close. And he was my best friend and my brother.
It is disgusting to watch that clip, by the way. It is disgusting to watch that clip in retrospect that she spent the next 8 months torturing his family. Holy shit.
I mean, how close was their
No
relationship?
tears? No tears. I'm noticing no tears.
I mean, it may have been for her even more than like a brotherly relationship. I mean, let's be real. You don't talk about suspicious. She got married in what is easily the weirdest love story of like
True.
all time.
Oh my God. I covered this. I covered this shit. Yes. She met her husband at this rich billionaire meetup, and then they got married 12 days after they met for the first time. I covered this a year ago. Oh my God.
I mean, she met her husband, George, and she barely knew him. And then they just got married. That's an op, okay? We're not stupid. We're not stupid. Okay, we're not.
Ben Shapiro, if you are watching this video right now, I will have you know. Congratulations. I heard you just had a 5th child. That's awesome. That's great. Congratulations, man.
Stupid. That's an op. Candace supposedly attends a crowded dinner party consisting of like 30 people. You want to guess who else was seated at that exact same table? Charlie Kirk. Is that a coincidence?
Oh, shit.
He was there when she met her husband. It was at that exact event that she met George Farmer, who was the wealthy son of prominent British Tory peer, Lord Michael Farmer. Here was Candace describing this with her husband, George.
I sat next to you, and you basically said nothing to me.
Correct. Yeah. I did what I've done for the past 6 years. I just said nothing.
And it worked.
And it worked. Yeah,
It
there we go.
absolutely
And then you
worked.
married me, so I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 days later,
Yeah, that's right.
we get engaged.
18 days.
And I
sorry.
called her and I
said
just
12.
said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but
All right, I don't know if Ben Shapiro made all the connections. It turns out George Farmer, just by the way, because this is really fucked up, George Farmer is a bestie of, get ready, are you ready? Andrew Tate. They were besties before Candace Owens started running propaganda for Andrew Tate. Isn't that weird?
how do you feel about getting married to me?
Just real quick. I missed the bit where there was any sort of
There was literally nothing romantic had been said up to this point.
Okay.
I mean, literally nothing.
So I missed nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
And she said yes.
Weird, because, there it is.
Weird.
I mean, does that sound natural to you? Does that sound like people who just met, started dating, fell in love? I mean, you're telling me that the night they laid eyes on each other and the day he proposed, between those two times, 0 romantic overtures, none, no dating, no courting, 17 days later, formally engaged?
Yep.
You're telling me
right.
that
Weird.
I'm supposed to
That's
believe
weird. I don't
17
believe that.
days from total strangers.
This sounds like a UK cloak and dagger situation, realizing that Candace Owens had a large audience of retards, and they decided to plop Lord Farmer into her life to manipulate her and turn her into a fucking retard.
To securing a multi-million-dollar marriage alliance into the British House of Lords? Into the British House of Lords? I mean, come on.
She accuses other people of being part of the globalists. I love how it's like, oh, you're part of the globalists. You're part of the giant cabal, and it's like, bitch, you are literally married to a British lord after you met him like 17 days ago.
That doesn't just look suspicious. That looks like a strategic corporate acquisition, like big corporate acquisition, like big capitalism at work. What about Charlie? Well, she was acting as his wing woman, like manipulating him in his life. I mean, she openly boasted on air about acting as Charlie's personal psychological gatekeeper and his wing woman. Here she was.
I'm going to miss Charlie going on dates and the girls that he liked and me always being the wing woman and him asking. This text message is one of my favorite text messages between me and Charlie when he was getting ready to go on a date. And,
Dude, I hate her.
He didn't date
She's evil.
many people. And he was just kind of
He's like using his old text messages to shit on his widow. Like, this is the most evil thing ever.
love with this girl.
I will tell you right now, the amount of shit I got for calling her out back when it was unpopular. Holy vindication.
And he was asking me,
Niggle me this, Batman. What is 13%, but also half?
I wear this, and this is the text message. It's so sweet. He said, do I have to change this shirt? And I wrote back, yes, and throw it away if you can. Charlie.
I mean, think about what she's doing there.
That's
Publicly
pretty
transmitting
weird.
to the grieving widow, Erica, that she was the one who controlled Charlie's appearance. She was the one dictating his choices. Long before Erica ever entered the frame. We're talking classic behavioral markers here, folks. Project a phantom homewrecker narrative onto the outside world to mask your own historical boundary-crossing infatuation with Charlie Kirk. There's something else. Candace, of course, says that Erica was somehow involved in the murder or the cover-up of the murder. But Candace also claims she literally set up Erica with Charlie. Here she was saying that the day after Charlie was killed.
And of course, Charlie fell in love with Erica. That entire journey to me when I was reading through a text is so funny because it was exceptional. I was always leaning into Charlie's analytical mind and making fun of him. Like, oh, well, all we need to do is get a plan. You love Erica? Okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? What's step one? What's step two? And the
Or was Candace Charlie's handler?
plan that I came up with instantly was all we have to do is convince her that her last name is terrible. Her last name, oh, she's got to marry you because it's practical. Kirk is Mrs. Erica Kirk sounds so much better than Miss Erica Francie. What is that last name?
I mean, this is suspicious, right? I mean, so suspicious. I mean, look at those mannerisms, by the way. Like, so suspicious. So suspicious. What are we, dumb? Are we stupid? Use some common sense. Candace says that Erica is now some sort of agent of evil. But Candace helped Erica marry him. So if she was so evil, why would you do something like that? It doesn't sound suspicious, like, at all. Like setting somebody up or anything like that. See, here's the thing. Candace knew Charlie's world from the inside. She knew the personnel, the protocols, the security company.
Oh,
she has said on the record that her security team worked with the very men she now accuses. And she can't think of anyone in private security she doesn't get along with. You want to think about that. Just think about it. Just use your brain.
Oh, my God.
She knew exactly which scenes of the story to pull out because she knew all the people involved. I mean, here she was admitting it. Just admitting it right out. Like it's no big deal.
I confirmed this with
like it's no big
security inside of Turning Point. There somehow happened to be a leak. And so they can't dispute this.
I mean, she's involved with all of this information and with all the people involved, and she knows all of them. And where was Candace when all this was going down? We have no idea. None. Where was Candace in the days before September 10th? She admits on air to memory gaps. She says she genuinely forgot an entire trip to Maine, just blacked out.
No way. She actually did that?
Do we believe that?
No.
That she just forgets
No.
things like that? I mean, here she was explaining just a couple of weeks ago that she just blacked out. She's blacked out. What else has she blacked out? What else has she forgotten?
I had a baby.
I cannot believe Ben Shapiro is cooking this hard. I'm not going to lie.
And I think I blacked out after Charlie's assassination and didn't remember that I went up to Maine too. I went up to Maine with my husband in July. Okay. My son was born on May 1st. We were off air. And then the first thing I did was I went with my newborn, Roman, and my husband up to Maine to do Tucker's show. And I did an interview and I genuinely forgot about this. Like I genuinely forgot about this.
So, I mean, just gaps in the memory? Weird. So, where was Candace in this time? I mean, Candace had 2 pre-recorded episodes about Brigitte Macron's alleged testicles, September
true.
8th and 9th, but nothing on her feed. September 10th, the day in question.
Coincidence?
So we just have like a mysterious missing period. Where was she? Was she wearing maroon that day? We don't know. We don't have any pictures of her on those days. None. Now, as we know, because Candace investigated it, there were a lot of decoys, Fed decoys, or Israeli decoys, or some decoys wearing maroon at Utah Valley University the day Charlie was shot.
Coincidence?
I mean, here was Candace explaining.
Oh, baby.
When I looked at the footage of Charlie and what happened on September 10th, it struck me as highly unusual that there were so many men wearing maroon shirts. Like, it's not exactly a color that men wear all the time. And there were a lot of men, all of whom were alone, I might add, who went to just hear Charlie Kirk speak alone, and they were wearing maroon shirts. And I just said to myself,
shirts,
this feels like organization to me.
Weird.
I mean, but what was she wearing that day? Do we know? Was she wearing maroon? Like, you know, a student from Texas A&M? Hell, would she even have been admitted to Texas A&M? And also maroon, Candace, really? You expect us to just believe they had nothing to do with maroon? I mean, Kanye West.
Bro, we need to start the Mousa movement. The Mousa movement is going to change America. Make hot women silent again. Mousa, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be big.
Collaborated. Kanye West, who she's really close friends with, super close, collaborated with Maroon 5 on a single called Heard 'Em Say in 2005.
No
and
way.
we know that Candace Owens and Kanye West are super close, like super duper close.
Yo, true.
I mean, like really close.
True.
I mean, look, there's Charlie in the background.
Oh my God, the band is literally named Maroon 5.
In this photo, I mean, it blows your mind. Like, look at this. Kanye West with Adam Levine from Maroon 5, Kanye West with Candace Owens, and Charlie Kirk just standing there like a third man, forgotten man in the background. There are no coincidences. How stupid do they think we are? You think we're stupid? So you got to follow the dots. Kanye West has a song with Adam Levine of Maroon 5. Adam Levine, by the way, is a Frankist. I'll bet you didn't know that. Adam Levine, who's from a long line of Frankists. And Kanye West just doing songs
That's
with
not
him.
true.
And Candace being all close with Kanye. And then a bunch.
By the way, what the big tell that Candace Owens is retarded is when Candace Owens started saying the Frankist conspiracies, because Frankism is dead. There are no Frankists today, zero. But there were a couple of Frankists in like this little cult in the 1800s. All right, and she's making believe that the Frankists are still around today, controlling the universe. That's when you knew she was retarded. And listen, I'll be real here. Any anti-Semite that has some self-respect, and again, I feel terrible for the high IQ anti-Semites. The high IQ anti-Semites have to be in the same community as these people. It's brutal. Explain what a Frankist is. So there was a guy named Sabotage V. He was a fucking retard. He was like a false messiah. He claimed that he was the messiah and stuff like that. And a bunch of people followed him, and he ended up becoming a Muslim. He converted to Islam later, and he died in shame and anonymity. No one fucking cared about that guy. He was a cult leader, basically. His chief student was a guy named Frank. Frank was then like, yo, maybe I am actually the Messiah. Holy crap. So he started his own cult. And the cult obviously died out, and nothing happened. And this wasn't like the 1800s. So Candace Owens had a conspiracy theory that the Frankists are still a gigantic cult that is still operating and running the world. And it's the Jews, obviously. It's a Jewish cult that's running and controlling the world, and everyone was a Frankist, and Stalin was a Frankist, and and everyone else was everyone was a Frankist. And that's how you knew she's retarded. So the anti-Semites that at that point were like, no, she's retarded. I have respect for them. What can I say? Those are the high IQ anti-Semites. But the low IQ anti-Semites were like, holy shit, maybe there is something about Frankism. Holy shit. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know.
Of Fed decoys show up at UVU wearing maroon like a Frankist Satanist would. It would take moves like Jagger to avoid the obvious here. It gets even worse.
Oh, boy.
For example, look at the wardrobe. Look at the visual staging here.
Okay.
During the height
I'm
of
ready.
the summer 2025 broadcast cycle, Candace systematically reconfigured her entire on-air presence to feature deep maroon color blocks.
No shot.
That's the exact aesthetic marker she anchored to her theoretical
shot.
look-alike phantoms. I mean, look at this. What color is she wearing there? That's right. That's maroon.
No.
That's maroon. I mean, look at... Coincidence?
No! Dude!
Maroon. Coincidence?
Dude! Throw her in jail. Throw her in jail.
How about maroon? Maroon. I mean,
oh my
maybe
God.
a little edging on crimson there, but mostly maroon. Criminologists refer to this as rhetorical nesting.
Oh,
That's
true.
where the guilty party literally
It's true.
dresses
You know how the theory it's like you see the Jews are sneaking little symbols into our things everywhere to tell us about the plans that they are doing. If you fold a $20 bill just the right way, you could see the Twin Towers getting blown up by planes. And it's like, yeah, I don't think that they were plotting little secrets, telegraphing their gigantic strategies in the but I think Candace Owens would do something like that.
themselves in the fabric of their own conspiracy to normalize that imagery in the minds of the masses.
That's right.
And guys, it gets even worse. I mean, this is nuts. How stupid do they think we are? Do they think we're stupid? They think we're stupid. How dumb do they think we are? See, here's the thing. We know that
This
Candace
might be
is
the most justified crash out I've ever seen in my life. Candace Owens just this week accused Ben Shapiro of having insider knowledge on Charlie Kirk's assassination. This week.
proficient with microphones. And we suspect that Charlie Kirk wasn't somehow killed by some sort of bullet that magically disappeared.
True.
Like the coroner's report or the autopsy says. So maybe it was the exploding microphone. But you know who might know how microphones could be rigged that way? Maybe, just maybe, a longtime podcast host who runs her own show. Has Candace ever answered a single question about this? Any? These are questions that require answers. And about her travel. Let's look at September 8th, 2 days before the assassination.
I'll be real here. Projection 101, accuse the enemy of what you're doing. And Candace Owens has been accusing a lot of people about a lot of things. I'm just saying it could have been projection.
Private aircraft depart.
I mean, listen, man, I love to see Jews blaming non-Jews for using pagers to blow up their enemies. That is classic Jewish subversion, okay?
Nashville that morning. That's the city that she is from. Was she on any of those? We don't have any idea. We don't have any idea. Any one of those flights could have made a brief stop in Tucson. That's 50 miles from Fort Huachuca. We would never know. Tucson is a tactical staging ground. It's the exact location where the corporate aircraft sit before they transition into that black box that is Fort Huachuca. Could that have been a discreet pickup window to bring some sort of unidentified passenger along for some sort of meeting? There are 14 private unscheduled departures leaving Candace's immediate residential perimeter. The mathematical probability matrix dictates a staggering 14.2% chance that her corporate architecture had a body on board.
Architecture, bro.
And then what about a cover? But this would require a cover-up, like a big cover-up, right? I mean, that's what everyone says when you theorize this. Who would cover it up? Who would help cover it up? Here's the thing. We know that Candace is skilled in the art of the cover-up. For example, public accusations and document trails have emerged directly naming her husband, George Farmer, in a high-stakes hit-and-run cover-up in August of 2023 involving a victim named Tracy Robinson.
Wait, my God. Oh my God. This is the longest troll I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God.
Robinson. Does that name sound familiar?
Oh my
George
God.
Farmer.
So George Farmer, the husband of Candace Owens, literally participated in a cover-up with a Robinson. Ben Shapiro, your yarmulke needs to grow at least 2 sizes after this one.
Hit somebody in his car, maybe named Robinson. How many Robinsons even are there in the world? How many Robinsons, like Tyler Robinson,
millions.
have Candace and her husband had contact with? Statistically, something like 1 in every 600 Americans is named Robinson. But you're telling me, you're trying to tell me that Candace and George are involved in 2 separate scandals with people named Robinson?
Oh my God.
That's like the odds of a lightning strike.
To quote George Orwell, and you know George Orwell, the guy that wrote 1984, the guy that wrote Animal Farm. To quote George Orwell, Anti-Semitism gives people the supernatural ability to believe the unbelievable. And I feel like he wrote that shit having Candace Owens in mind. I'm not gonna lie.
Twice while you're standing on top of a volcano. Let's use some common sense here, people. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. The documented profile in that case alleges that George Farmer wrecked his truck while operating at a staggering 3 times the legal limit, meaning roughly 13 drinks over 4 hours to hit that number, all while unlawfully brandishing a firearm. But what happened to that alleged DUI? You didn't hear about that, right? What happened to it? Poof, it went missing.
Ooh.
And then she just lied about it for years. And we also know, because she constantly talks about it, that she has tons.
Have we ever considered that maybe the African Americans and the British lords control the government? Has anyone considered this?
High-level insider government connections. You want to talk about cover-up? Cover-up? She's got the connections.
Here that is, which came in November, my old tweet saying that I had a source inside of the French government because I did. A high government source actually reached out and made me aware.
Oh my God.
And this is stunning, actually, that we missed this common sense. I should have figured this out all by
She has government sources reaching out to her?
myself.
Candace is a globalist?
So she had the sources. She had the cover-up capacity. So you're talking motive. Money, fame, foreign.
By the way, I just love the fact that, I know this is a random tangent, but in this tweet,
Did a high government source
of high-level insider government connections. You want to talk about cover-up? Cover-up? She's got the connections.
right, in this very tweet that she posted
here
over
that
here.
is, which came in November.
All right, this tweet, Candace Owens says, urgent, 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high person in the French government that the Israelis are trying to assassinate me. I might die soon. Right, that's literally this tweet from a year ago. Anyway, it didn't happen.
My old tweet saying actually that we missed this common sense. I should have figured this out all by myself.
So she had the sources. She had the cover-up capacity. So you're talking motive, money, fame, foreign connections, antipathy to things that Charlie was fighting for, and the means, closeness to Charlie's team and friends in the highest places, and the opportunity. I mean, where was she that week? Who was she talking to? And let's be real. I've never seen anything more suspicious than Candace's behavior after Charlie was killed.
Honestly,
Manic
true.
and panicked and weird, bizarre. Criminologists will tell you. It's been proven. Everyone knows this. The guilty party inserts themselves
my
into the
God.
investigation.
Oh, true.
And Candace appointed herself lead investigator on this murder, who attacks every single witness who could clarify the record, who, when asked what evidence would change her mind, has never once answered the question. Now, she keeps telling her audience, citing clinical criteria, that you can see deception on camera. You know, like harsh widening of the eyes or like a fixed blank stare, a personality that reconfigures for every room. Man, if you watch her show with the sound off, by the very diagnostic rubric she uses to indict Erica Kirk's grief, man, she fails. I mean, the lady laughs while describing a murder investigation. She sells mugs in the same breath as wound packing details. What kind of human does that? What kind of human? I mean, look at this.
It's a bit
Look at this face.
suspicious. It's suspicious.
Look at
She's
this
hiding
face.
something.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
You can't fix her, Chad. Chad, shut the fuck up. You can't fix her. She's not fixable.
I mean,
That's
look
a
at
lizard.
those
That's
eyes.
a
Look at the
lizard.
dead eyes.
That's a lizard
The
person.
doll's eyes.
That's a lizard
Does
person.
it look like a grieving best friend? Does she look like a grief-stricken young mother? I mean, look at the kind of earrings she wears. Does a grieving friend wear those kinds of earrings? Those big bangles? Would you wear those kind of earrings if you were grieving your best
Damn.
friend? So here's the thing. This is all part of the plan. Candace's plan. Her investigation isn't just an investigation. It's something more. It's an obsession. Like, you know, that movie Obsession that you can find on Amazon right now, like Obsession. She's become so hyper-fixated on
Yeah,
Charlie.
something
She's now
like that.
attempting to absorb his corporate network to completely replace him. She's spent the last 9-10 months teaching millions of people that nothing is a coincidence. And you know what? She's right, because this isn't a coincidence. None of it. I'm just asking questions, okay? These are just questions.
It's just question.
I'm not
gonna get
saying
a
I know
conclusion.
everything.
Now, if you disagree with me, you're evil and retarded and a fed, and you're a pawn of the Jews. But I'm just asking questions. I love how she does that. It's like, I'm just asking questions. I'm not making any statements. But if you disagree with me, the Jews own you.
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking. These are questions, okay? Why can't I ask questions? Why shouldn't I ask questions? Am I just
True.
supposed to believe what I see?
What they tell
Am I just
you?
supposed to look at the evidence? I'm just
You're just supposed to take what they say at face value. Who's they? Hey, I can't tell you who they is or I'll die.
asking, okay? And questions
if I die, it was them.
we should all be skeptical. What? Are you like somebody who just believes what you hear? I mean, like, why won't you?
You absolute rube that you don't think that Israel is using Egyptian planes and Sumerian time travel technology to take Charlie Kirk out because he was an X-Man. You absolute buffoon! Did you not know that when Charlie Kirk walked down the streets, lights flickered in the distance? Did you not note that Charlie Kirk had DNA that was different than any of us? The Jews knew that they were creating a weapon, and the Jews needed to utilize Egyptian Sumerian time-traveling technology to do it. Do you think it's a coincidence that the Egyptian planes were following Erica Kirk and the pyramids were created by aliens? Do you think that's a coincidence?
Release her own travel records? What is she hiding? Listen, guys, you can feel it. You don't need to know what happened to know what happened. Somehow. Why else is she so obsessed? Why the granular, why like 100 episodes on this? And there's something else too. You know, like, I don't like to get personal about this sort of stuff. I don't. But this disturbed me a lot. And so I really feel that I have to talk about it. So last night.
Oh, God.
Last night,
Oh, no.
the angel Michael visited me in a dream.
Ah!
He was carrying a fiery sword.
I can't believe
And on one
it.
shoulder,
No
he was carrying
shot.
a boombox.
He's doing the dream. He went there. Oh, my God.
And then the angel turned on the boombox. And the sound of a Charlie Kirk speech came out. And then, this was the part that really got me. Beyonce showed up randomly. But was it even random? Because then she started singing the 1998 Destiny's Child hit, No, No, No.
Oh,
I woke
shit.
up with a cold sweat.
That explains everything.
Just terrified by the power of my vision.
That explains everything.
Because here's the thing. I don't know.
But I know.
But
You
I know. Just as Beyonce sang to me, No, No, No.
Oh, my
That
God,
song
bro.
was no
Bro,
coincidence.
that is so deep.
Just as Beyonce
That's not a
sang to me from
coincidence.
the dream world. But it's not just dream girl Beyonce.
I think we found a Nuxanor fan, by the way.
It's sources. Really important sources. I have tons of sources. So many sources. Endless numbers of sources.
But I will not provide any of them to you. They are all anonymous sources.
Sources so important, I can't name them.
Yeah, right.
Because, I'm afraid what might happen to them if I name those sources. I mean, look what happened to Charlie. Like, I don't know what would happen if I name those sources.
Oh, my God.
And Candace is still out there. What would happen to the sources? I don't know.
True.
Listen, I'm
They're all
told
anonymous.
by these really important sources that I can't name. And you can't make me name them. This is a free country. You can't make me name those sources. I'm told by those sources that people in her own circle have lots of questions. Like lots of people in her circles. Like so many people. Like maybe all of those people. Like all of them. So
Every single person is a mole. Every person you've ever met is a mole. But I can't confirm or deny specifics because I don't want to actually get them in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, sure. I guess what I'm saying is maybe I can't prove that Candace Owens orchestrated Charlie's murder or was behind it or covered it up or anything. But if you think I'm stupid enough to believe the story that Candace Owens, a powerful person with deep insider government connections and ability to cover things up, if I'm supposed to believe Candace Owens, what do you think? I'm stupid? What are we, dumb? We dumb? I mean, we're just noticing too many things, you guys. We're not allowed to notice the things.
Oh, shit. We're
We'll
noticing.
be remembering how she randomly went
He's
missing for a
noticing,
few
guys.
days and how much money she's made and her sudden weird sympathy for Islam and Russia and sex trafficker allegedly in Romania and her deep state sources and her weird marriage story. How dumb do they think we are? They think we're dumb? They think we're dumb? Is that what they think, that we're stupid? And speaking of stupidly cute, how cute are these bears?
What?
How cute are these bears? I mean, these are cute bears,
That's-
right? They're
that's a pretty
adorable.
cute
And they're available
bear.
for $89.99. And if you want to support our search for truth, we need your help. Buy this bear for America.
For America.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what I'm not going to
For
buy. I'm not going to buy the
America.
theory. A theory that has no evidence, by the way, that Candace Owens is pushing. The one that Candace Owens, with friends in high places and connections throughout the Middle East and Russia, and with embedded agents
It's the delivery guys that are pushing the same theories. Coincidence?
to TPUSA close to Charlie wants you to believe. The story about Tyler Robinson and the Egyptian government and Charlie Kirk and the Zionists and Tyler Bowen and Erica Kirk. I demand a full investigation. Kash Patel, where are you? Where are you, Kash Patel?
Oh, my
Where are you?
God.
Attorney General Blanche,
Oh,
where are you?
my God.
I want a full investigation right now. But let's be real. We know. No one's going to do it. No one's going to do that investigation. You can't trust anyone. You can't trust anyone on this stuff except me. You can trust me, but no one else. And sometimes not even me, but really just me.
Right.
Seriously, no one except me. And guys, I'm just saying, if something happens to me, I did not kill myself. I'm just telling you, if something happens, I've compiled all the evidence. I've compiled it all. I put it all together. I've packaged it right up, and I've sent it to Lionel Messi. And it's in his inbox right now. And I also promise you, I promise, guys, if you stick with me, there will be more bombshells to come. We're not going to stop.
That's right.
Not for a single day.
We're going to keep digging because they don't want us to know. So we're going to keep looking.
Not for a single hour, not for a moment, not for a millisecond, not for a zeptosecond. We're not going to sleep. We're not going to eat. We're not going to breathe until the true perpetrator is tracked down and this crime is solved. Listen, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to breathe. I'm holding my breath right now.
He is.
And now.
He was. He's
still holding my breath right now.
He's literally doing it. And you don't trust him. And you don't trust him.
Because we want justice.
You know, the biggest L that Candace Owens is taking is that she is accidentally handing Ben Shapiro a gigantic fucking W. Like, I'm just saying, Ben Shapiro, he didn't earn it. He didn't earn this W, but he fucking grabbed it by the balls. Holy shit.
And we also want you to keep listening tomorrow. Because again, I'm telling you, just telling you, if you listen tomorrow, I will have revelations. They will astonish you. I mean, like, incredible stuff I'm getting from my sources every single day. These are the kinds of revelations that will stop you in your tracks. Literally, you'll just be walking, and then you'll stop walking when you hear them.
Oh, my God.
You'll just be standing there in the middle of traffic, paralyzed to oncoming trucks because of these revelations. And listen. The only person who could possibly get me to stop is Candace Owens herself. Because listen, Candace Owens.
That's a crazy reference. Candace says the only way I'll stop this investigation is if Erica Kirk tells me to stop. And then Erica Kirk tells her to stop. And then she says, pretty suspicious that Erica Kirk wants me to stop investigating. I think she might be in on it too, by the way.
Owens, she was BFFs forevs with Charlie. She was his bestie McBestie. And so I have to honor her request. So if Candace asks me to stop, I will. If she asks me to stop, I will. Unless she asks me to stop. That's when I know she did it. I mean, I don't know. But I know. No.
I'm not going to lie. He fucking cooked. He absolutely cooked. That's it, man. That's it. The Jews are teaming up on Candace Owens, and it's actually over. That he actually cooked. He actually produced one of the greatest fucking trolling videos I've ever seen. This is cinema. I can't believe it. I cannot. The gigantic W that Candace Owens handed Ben Shapiro on a silver fucking platter. That is insanity. And anyway, as the pre-trial concludes, almost everyone is certain that actually Candace Owens is retarded and Tyler Robinson is the killer. It's almost certain. I guess time will tell. We'll see if this guy gets the death penalty, but there is almost no way around it at this point. Holy shit. Just massive vindication for normal people everywhere. Normal humans everywhere absolutely celebrating normalcy happening for finally in our country. Thank God. Candace Owens was a gigantic, in my opinion, foreign psyop to destroy us, and it worked. It really did work. I'm not even exaggerating. I think Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, these people are foreign ops, basically to destroy the right so that the left could gain power to destroy our country, because that's what the left wants to do. And I really hope people pay attention and notice it before it is too late. So that's why I'm going to do this, despite being demonetized on YouTube. I don't make money. Listen, man, I am breaking Jew rule number 1. Listen, man, making content without getting paid while Jewish, this is punishable by death in certain circles. It's not easy to do what I do, but I very much appreciate your support. Definitely subscribe so you can surpass Ben Shapiro and become top Jew. Also, I have a Patreon. If you could support me there, that would be immensely appreciated. It's how I live. It's how I survive. I stream almost every day, every weekday. We try on Kick at around 3 p.m. EST, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for being here. Follow me on Rumble. I'll see you in the next one, everybody. We covered assassination attempts, gigantic bombing campaigns, Ro Kahana's fucking bullshit. There's Omar Mamdani trying to meet up with Iran and getting obliterated by Italians. All in all, some insane shit happening. If you want to see my deeper dive into the Lindsey Graham death, me covering my actual thoughts on the whole thing, being that I didn't agree with him politically, but obviously it's sad that a decent man died, you should watch my video on Patreon, which I just posted there. It's more of a deep dive. It's not exactly the type of content we do here, but in case you're interested, that's there, as well as a video on the morality of obliterating your enemy in war. That is also a video on Patreon. I'm going to try to upload there multiple times a week, maybe every day or two. Specifically there there for the people that support me. I appreciate you immensely, and I will see you in the next one. We still do deep dives here, hopefully every weekday, and I will see you later. Bye. 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 Fuck you for demonetizing me, you piece of shit.